Good evening. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Well, just we're waiting some time, then we'll start. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. First of all, welcome to the 7 days online training program on Google Earth Engine. Integrate with ArcGIS Pro and QGIS software. Okay. So basically, in this session, we try to focus for beginners who don't have any knowledge about the programming language such as Python or JavaScript, or there is no knowledge about the GIS or remote sensing. Anyone can easily learn all of those from beginners to advanced level. Okay. And our main target, all of you become a developer on Google Earth Engine. Okay. And do different types of remote sensing analysis. And when you become a developer, then you can easily apply this type of GIS or remote sensing knowledge any sector. Okay. Not only for the specific sector, any sector you can apply this type of knowledge when you become a developer on Google Earth Engine or GIS or remote sensing. Okay, but basically there are a lot of resources. Okay, so first of all, introduce one by one. Okay, then we'll start today's session. So please, one by one, introduce. Yes, please.
My name is Abir Zahid. I'm a space science bachelor's graduate from Institute of Space and Technology, Islamabad, Pakistan. And I'm here today to enhance my skill set and focus on Google Earth Engine since I have done my final year project on Google Earth Engine. So I'm here to learn more about this and to improve my career CV as well.
Okay, inshallah, you will learn a lot of things. No problem. I hope. No problem. You can easily learn all of this. Yes, next, please. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. My name is Devota Kafuku from Tanzania. I'm a civil engineer, specifically a geotechnical engineer. Now I'm in Japan, just pursuing my master's degree in geotechnical engineering. And my part of my research is concentrated into the slope stability analysis. So I joined this class specifically to learn more about how to use Google Engine for identifications of landslide and some areas which has a disaster, landslide disaster, and other disaster related. So I hope now I will sharpen my knowledge on remote sensing and GIS. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next, please.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
My name is Tenzin. I'm originally from Bhutan, but I'm now based in Africa. I am a veterinarian by profession, and I would like to learn about this Google Earth Engine on how to do a spatial analysis in disease mapping.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, next, please. Okay, so let's go. We'll start with this session. So let me share my screen. So first of all, I will try to discuss about our course content or course module. Okay, so after completing the total 7 days training program, what you will learn. So we try to discuss about that. Okay, then we jump over to this session. So let me share my screen. So can you see my screen? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So
Yes.
let's start. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So basically, this is our course module. In this course module, okay, let me show you that first. So this is our course. So in this course, we try to integrate the Google Earth Engine with ArcGIS Pro and QGIS software. Okay, as well as we also learn coding also. Okay, not only for the tool, ArcGIS Pro and QGIS tool. Not only for that, we also discuss about that how to work with the Google Earth Engine with JavaScript and Python API. Okay. So in this session, we try to discuss about the two programming languages, JavaScript and Python. Okay, two things I try to explain: JavaScript and Python. And if you have no knowledge about the Python or JavaScript, don't worry about that. You are able to do this type of using the JavaScript or Python easily. Okay, after completing the total 7 days training session. So first of all, I will try to explain all of those. So first of all, I discuss for today's session. I discuss about that introduction to Google Earth Engine and how to set up Python and JavaScript API for Google Earth Engine. Okay, how to set up your environment for working with Python and JavaScript, and how to use the JavaScript and Python API. Okay, with ArcGIS Pro or QGIS software, we will discuss. And as a beginners, if you don't know how to any programming language such as JavaScript or Python, so we also discuss about the some basic JavaScript and Python syntax, how it will be work. And we also discuss about the client and server. So it's very important because in the client and server, how to connect the client, how to connect the server. So this type of thing is very important when you work with the QGIS software or ArcGIS Pro software. We also discuss about that and how to execute the code using the Google Earth Engine server. We also discuss about that and how to import the different types of raster or vector data from local or also Google Earth Engine dataset, and how to filtering the attribute table. Okay, we'll also discuss about that and how to connect the Google Earth Engine with ArcGIS Pro or QGIS software. Okay, so this is our today's session. We discuss about that. And second day, mainly we discuss about that satellite data processing and visualization, how to filter and displaying the satellite imagery. It can be Landsat, Sentinel, MODIS, or any other satellite. How we can easily filtering and displaying, and how to create the satellite composite. Okay, different types of satellite composite. Suppose median composite, mosaic composite, or mean composite. So these type of things we'll also discuss, and how to create the band combination. Okay, how to use the band combination technique and identify different types of feature from satellite imagery. We also discuss about that, and how to exporting the satellite imagery. We also discuss about that, and how to raster data processing, mainly import, filter, reduce, clip, and display the data. And also discuss about the time series analysis or temporal analysis. Suppose yearly or monthly or summer season, rainy season. So different types of temporal analysis. We also discuss about that. And how to export the shape file from Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. Or annual image composite. We also discuss about that. Again. And third day, basically focus on the environmental monitoring and thermal analysis. In this case, we also add cloud and haze, how to remove from your satellite imagery. So mainly when you work with rainy season, then we face some lot of cloud, okay, on our satellite imagery. So this type of cloud is also hampered our result. So that's why it's very important how to remove cloud and haze from your satellite imagery and get the fully neat and clean satellite imagery. Then we also discuss about the DEM data. DEM data, basically digital elevation model, how to use, and further how to make, suppose hillshade map, slope map, or aspect map, or hillshade view map. So this type of things how to create. We'll also discuss about that using the DEM data, as well as we also discussed about the land surface temperature monitoring, mainly LST, how to work for the LST monitoring. We also discuss about that. And also discuss about the NDVI statistics. Suppose for a specific boundary, how to compute average, minimum, or maximum NDVI, or statistically this type of value, how to compute. We'll also discuss about that. And also discuss about the urban heat island monitoring. Urban heat island, how to monitor. We also discuss about that. And identify the urban thermal variance index. Okay, urban thermal variance index, which place is more better for ecological evaluation. So these type of things we'll try to explain, then you can get the more better idea. And how to make the LST time series chart. Okay, and fourth day basically focus on the spectral indices. In the remote sensing, there are a lot of spectral indices, so I will try to show you some technique how to compute any kinds of spectral indices. And also discuss about the flood mapping, mainly how to use the Sentinel-1 SAR data and make the flood monitoring or flood inundation mapping. Okay, and how to calculate the spectral indices from satellite data. It can be Landsat, Sentinel, same way. And monitoring the different types of indices. Okay, how to extract the water body using thresholding technique, and how to add the gradient legend map or title. Okay, how to create the monthly. And day 5 mainly focus on that air quality monitoring and atmospheric monitoring. Suppose air quality monitoring, all of parameters, all of major parameters, suppose nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, methane, or formaldehyde, or PM 2.5 or PM 10. So how to monitor this type of major air quality parameters, we also discuss about that. And how to download the time series data in CSV format. It's very important, because sometime Google Earth Engine chart is not work, then we need to download the data as a CSV file format. So I also try to explain this, how to download the data, mainly time series data, without creating the chart. Just download the data as a CSV file. We also discuss about that. And how to make the trend chart, mainly for a specific cities or a specific area, day by day, nitrogen dioxide increasing or decreasing. So this type of trend line chart, how to create, we also discuss about that. And also emission analysis, we also discuss about that, nitrogen dioxide or other gases using Sentinel 5P satellite. Okay, and also discuss about the AOD, aerosol optical depth, or a lot of things we have to explain in here. You can see, okay, extract the pixel value for the specific geolocation, accuracy assessment technique, train analysis or linear regression model, how to apply. Okay, we also discuss about that. And 6th day basically try to focus on machine learning application in Google Earth Engine, how to use different types of machine learning. Suppose it can be supervised, unsupervised, supervised random forest, cart, support vector machine, minimum distance, unsupervised k-means clustering. So this type of machine learning model, how to apply on your satellite imagery, and then how to create the land use land cover classification, or crop types classification, or forest or deforestation classification. So this type of things I'll try to explain, then you can easily get the idea. And calculate the land use land cover classes area. Okay, so how much build up, how much vegetation, how much water body. Okay, and adding the listen to land use land cover map, and how to export the map for the your publication. Suppose how to create the map layout, okay, for this type of map, how we can easily use for your research paper or presentation. We also discuss about that, exporting the result for research publication map. And finally mainly we discuss about that change detection. Okay, it can be land use land cover change detection, or NDVI change detection, or vegetation change detection, vegetation classification, how extract the dense vegetation, class wise land use land cover change detection, then how to transition or area calculation. Okay, urban growth monitoring, how to make the urban expansion or urban spiral. And finally hyper parameter optimization for machine learning, improving your accuracy. We also discuss about that. So this, it's covered a lot of topic, and each day inshallah I will provide you 3 hours live training and 1 hours for the problem solving class. Okay, so problem solving class, mainly you can simply share your own screen and show me your problem. Okay, show me your problem, then we discuss about that. For the problem solving class we also discuss about that. And every class you can get all of benefits. Suppose you can, I already write, you can see you can get that course certificate after submitting all of assignment. Okay, so every class I give you some assignment regarding this type of topic. Then you also try to read this type of assignment. Suppose any assignment you cannot do, you face some problem, then you also discuss about the problem solving class. Okay, what types of problem you face to doing this type of assignment, we also discuss about that. So after completing the assignment you can get a certificate from us, and then you also get the all of materials, mainly slide or PDF. Okay, I also give you. Then practice code, all of practice code I also give you. And then also recorded class. So after completing the live session, so this thing you also get as a recorded for revised your topic again and again, and it's lifetime access. You can easily get it for the lifetime access. And also lifetime teaching support, it's very important. Okay, so as a beginners, when you start the journey with cloud computing, you face a lot of problem. So that's why you also open the lifetime teaching support. So when you join our this online training program, further future when you face any problem, further future when you face any problem, any topic regarding this type of any topic, you can get the free support. Okay, suppose you want to do one air quality monitoring map for your study area, but you face some problem, so you can easily get the free support for the lifetime, inshallah. There is no problem. So this is our unique, because when you just registration for the one time, lifetime you can get the free support regarding this type of topic. Regarding this type of topic you can get the free support all time. Okay, so that's why any beginners, they can easily learn. Okay, they can easily learn. And also all of